But with that, I just want to jump right in and ask, how can people master the art of public speaking?
Yeah, for sure. It's a great way of getting started, Martin. So for me, the question has always been communication is like juggling 18 balls at the same time, right? So one of those balls is eye contact, one of those balls is body language, storytelling, smiling, facial expressions, and the list can go on for a really long time. So it gets really overwhelming for people. So for me, the question, Martin, has always been what are the three easiest balls to juggle? Because if we can juggle those, then we can master communication a lot faster. So let me start with the first one. If you want me to share the other two, I'm happy to.
Yeah, go for it.
For sure. So the first one is the random word exercise. Pick a random word like light bulb, like cup, like tissue box, like paper, like home, and create random presentations out of thin air. And this serves two main purposes, Martin. The first one is it helps you deal with uncertainty. Life is filled with it, right? When you meet somebody new at a party, you have no idea how that conversation is going to go. And the second reason why it's effective is if you can make sense out of nonsense, you can make sense out of anything. So if you talk about avocados for 30 seconds, you can pretty much talk about anything for 30 seconds. So that's number one.
Not good dope. Yeah, we'll go into two and three, and I do have a follow up question, but I'm interested to hear about the second and third step.
For sure. I always take a pause in the middle so I don't ramble for too long here.
No,
But yeah,
it's good.
number two is the question drill. So, what is the question drill? A lot of us, when we get asked questions in our life, Martin, at school, at work, at in our passions, on a podcast with our family, most of us are reactive to those questions. We wait for the question to come up versus think proactively about them and guess them in advance. Let me give you an example with me. So a few years ago, when I started guessing on podcasts, I was horrible, and I probably still am, but I was a lot worse back then. Really, really bad. I remember some guy asked me, "Hey, Brenden, where does the fear of communication come from?" And I looked at the guy and I was like, I don't know, man. Los Angeles? New York? Like, you tell me. So I wasn't really good at it. So what I do instead, every single day, Martin, for 5 minutes, I just answered one question that I thought the world would ask me about my expertise, my products, or my services. So every single day, I would just answer one question about communication. And people can do this with what they care about. But if you do this for a year, Martin, you'll have answered 365 questions about your industry and you'll be bulletproof. That's number two. And then finally, number three is the video message. Just make a list of 5 people you love the most in your life. Could be a brother, a sister, a cousin, a client, a podcast guest, a friend, and just send them a 20-second video message. Say, hey, I'm thinking about you. I really love everything that you do in my life, and I'm just really grateful for you. Hope you're having a fantastic week, Martin. That's it. Easy threes.
It's like I can